Hello Gemini and welcome. I hope you're well. My name is Ariane. You are on my channel Neptune and Serenity, and today we're doing a tarot love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome. So I have been doing an entire zodiac series for these love readings, and I've got almost all of them done by now because I actually started from the backwards order of the zodiac. So after you, I only have Taurus and Aries left to do. And I started this love reading series kind of in the mood of Libra season. And by the time I'm finishing it, we are in Scorpio season already. But that's okay. You know, I trust that it's coming through at the time that it's meant to come through. But if you want to watch your other signs, if you like this, if you like the way I read, it resonates, I will leave the playlist to all of them down below. And then after I'm done with this series, I'm going to start a new one. Again, going through all the zodiac signs, and it's going to be a different theme. So it's not going to be love readings, it's going to be a different theme that is more kind of on brand with Scorpio season. So exciting. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe. So I also want to mention that these love readings are very kind of broad and open in the way that I make them. You know, what comes through was very different and in-depth and interesting in every single sign until now. And it's really much more than just like, are they coming back? Or is someone new coming into my life? Or, you know, if that's what you want to know, that's totally fine. But it's not just that that's coming through. And my readings can apply to both. Like, I'm not totally marketing them only to like singles or only people in relationships. You know, I just trust that whatever needs to come through comes through, and the people who are meant to find it will find it. Okay, so let's just start with this pre-pulled oracle card that I pulled for you, and I didn't see what's behind, so I don't know what it's about either. We're gonna discover it together at the same time, and then after that we'll get into the tarot, okay, and the nitty-gritty, as I like to say. Because I always get into the nitty-gritty. You know, some people do very short readings. I do longer readings because I like to go in depth and really be holistic in my approach. But okay, so you've looked at your beautiful card. Let's see what's behind. It says, the past is now behind you. Free the memories and welcome new opportunities. A new path is taking form. Follow it with confidence and trust. And I do want to say, I'm actually recording this on the day of an eclipse, okay? And if you know astrology or you've heard about eclipses, you know eclipses are very intense, and I've definitely been feeling very intense these past few days because of it. And yeah, so we might get a reading that's a bit intense and a bit like that too. But it's very interesting. Eclipses are also about kind of leaving past things behind us, and starting new cycles. And it can be kind of drastic change during eclipses. Yeah. So I feel like we're kind of tapping into that energy with this reading here today. So love reading for Gemini. Right, okay. So you definitely experienced some kind of disappointment in the past in your love life. Okay, this is more like recent past. This is not like 10 years ago. This is like a year ago at maximum, probably. But there was some kind of disappointment, there was some kind of heartbreak, some kind of maybe breakup, something that made you very sad that you needed to grieve. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, you felt left out in the cold, or you left someone out in the cold, and there's a lot of heartbreak and loss, and where do I go from here, and like a feeling of disharmony coming from this, and then you needed to rest and recover from that before you could move on, because you didn't feel like there was a moment, like it was a lot, it just felt like you couldn't even find happiness again for some time. And the thing about the 5 of Cups, it's about heartbreak and grieving, But the thing is, you see there are 3 cups that have spilled over, and the person here is only focused on those 3 cups and the things that they've lost, but they actually still have 2 cups standing. So you had a lot of great things still going on in your life. Maybe your career is going great, or maybe you have great friends or things like that, but you were so heartbroken that for a time you could not focus on those things or feel capable of being grateful for the things that are going right and the things that are going the way that you want them to, right? That was just not happening for you. So, but it is really time for you. Yeah, I think that's why I put it back upwards. It's time for you to say goodbye to the spirit of grief and move on to something new. That doesn't mean that you have to leave the memories of this person behind. I mean, it did say like free the memories. Yeah, free the memories. There's something about freeing yourself. It's about freeing yourself from grief. Like, obviously grief, and I don't know if this is just like the grief of the relationship where someone has actually passed away. Grief kind of never goes away, right? It doesn't necessarily get smaller. We just grow around it, all that kind of stuff. I totally understand. I have experienced many different types of grief as well, personally. But the thing is, you've been caught up in it completely for too long without being able to allow yourself to feel joy or to take on new opportunities because of it, because it's been weighing you down. And now it's time to move forward. Now it's time to think about, okay, who am I beyond this grief, beyond this pain? Who was I before? Who am I now? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go with my life? Like, what do I want to build for myself? It doesn't have to mean that I'm not telling you like, you have to start dating around again. Not necessarily, okay? I'm not really getting any of that from the spread either. But, you've been doing a lot of healing and you've been in hermit mode. I did see the hermit when I was splitting the deck earlier, when pre-shuffling and clearing the energy of the deck before I started recording. I did see that. You've been in hermit mode for like a long time now, and it's kind of time to come out of the shell, time to come out of your cave, time to come out of hibernation. That's kind of what's going on. Yeah, because you've been really just focused on surviving and on just like, you know, at some point even just taking a shower was a great effort. And so you've been focusing on just maintaining yourself, even just like physically, your health, your well-being, like eating 3 meals a day. And that was what you needed at some point, and that was only what your energy allowed at some point. But now like you're ready to be told, and you need to be told like you can do more now. Because I think like all those things in reverse on this side are all things that you could have done and you kind of shut down the opportunity because you're like, hell no, I don't have the energy for that. I can't do that right now. That's such a bad moment. But now you're underestimating yourself because you've been in this very low-key energy for too long and you're still convinced that's the only thing you can do, when no, the universe is telling you like, no, you've recovered a lot. You've processed a lot already. Like, you're ready to start taking on new and more projects, maybe go back to work if that's relevant, or take up new hobbies again, or, you know, something like that, right? Go exercise again, or yoga classes, whatever it is. All of those kind of community creative things that are kind of commitments, because you say you're going every week or something like that, that you've been kind of avoiding and leaving behind. It's like now it's the time to pick them back up. Slowly, right? One thing at a time. But you can do it. And I think you needed to be told that. Okay. Yeah, I want to pull some from my other deck about this. And you know I want to tell you something, is that when I have a lot of tarot decks and decks in general, and whenever I do a reading, I also choose intuitively which decks I need, that I want, which ones are relevant. And sometimes I'll know intuitively which decks to choose because I'll see, or I'll feel like a certain color. And I'm like, oh, this deck is very much that color, or has a lot of that energy, so it's that deck. And this time for you, I wasn't necessarily seeing a specific color, but I was just seeing colorful in general, like bright colors. And you see, that's exactly the kind of tarot decks that I chose for you today. And I think that's exactly why. It's like you've been very, very blue, kind of gray and blue kind of thing. That's a BTS song too. But yeah, very like toned down. Even maybe the things you were wearing, it kind of reflected how you felt inside. And now it's like you're ready to be seen again. Even this card is quite colorful, right? Like go out into the world and reconnect to your like emotions, right? Maybe it's time to start wearing colors again, even stuff like that. Okay, look, Four of Wands. This is the card that we looked here that was reversed, and it talked about like when you have that loss, right? And now it's upright. It's upright and she's alone. There's a sense of harmony in the Four of Wands, okay, of peace, of stability. It's like now you're ready to regain that's part of that sentiment for yourself, okay? Now you don't have it anymore with someone else, and that's okay. And it's okay to look back sometimes. But you can have that for yourself. You don't need to wait forever, to wait until you think you're fully healed or until you're in your relationship or whatever it is, to just enjoy your life and have some happiness. Yes, the Four of Wands is about comfort and accomplishment. Okay, and it says you have worked hard. Allow yourself to savor your accomplishments and your successes. And I think this could be about like your successes in terms of like self-healing and taking care of yourself and all that kind of stuff, right? I don't think it's about like work. I think you may even have like taken some time off work or quit your job or reduced your hours or something. It's not about that. It's not like capitalistic achievements. This is like achievements in loving yourself and showing yourself some care. So look at that. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Princess of Swords. And Prince of Swords. Very interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is something... I'm really feeling like someone genuinely passed away. If not, it's almost how you feel. It's almost like how much it's hurt you. It's almost like you feel like they've passed away. Or maybe it's like after they left or you left or whatever happened, you knew you were never going to see them again or talk to them again. So it was almost as if they passed away because they disappeared completely from your life, right? But with this 10 of Cups, you know, 10 of Cups is about ultimate happiness, and it's often about a relationship. But then they're here in like this little boat in the water, in the sky. And I almost feel like this is like your love story is still happening in like the other dimensions or something like that. Or like they're still loving you from afar, or they're still loving you from heaven, or, you know, doesn't have to have, oh my god, doesn't have to have religious connotation if that's your thing, but, you know, look, even here, there's like angel wings. Yeah, that's really why I feel like someone has genuinely passed away. And also, like, these love readings, like, I never said love life, I never said romantic, I just said love readings. So this can just be someone you loved, not necessarily romantic, who has passed away. It can be romantic, but maybe not. So just take it how it resonates. At this point, like, you should know who this is about. If you don't at all, like, this is not your reading. But there's something about children here. Because we have both. You could have 2 air signs. Kids. So this is either about you having children, potentially 2 children, maybe 1 boy, 1 girl. Or if you don't have kids, this is about like your inner children who are still together, who are still linked by fate, by love, divinely, even if this person is not on earth anymore, or even if this person still is on earth but is not like with you physically anymore. There's a link there because you're like, there's like a soul bond, soul family. If maybe this person has passed away and you had kids with them, they're still watching over your kids feel them, they love your kids. They think your kids are so cool and so freaking smart and so freaking ingenious, and like they just love their creative mind, and they're watching over to see what they're doing. They keep up with what they're doing. They just think it's awesome, really. And whatever they're passionate about, they totally approve. There could be something you're wondering about that. Like a child of yours is like, has told you recently, I want to do this with my life, and it's a bit either non-conventional or it's not something you were expecting. And you're like, would this person who has passed away, would they like approve of this? And it's like, yes, they do. So you don't need to worry about that, okay? They're really proud of their kids. They're really proud of you too for like parenting them and taking care of them. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you tell your kids like your, whatever relative it is, like your parent, your grandpa, grandma, father, mom, whatever it is, like would be proud of you, and that's very true. They're like, yes, I am. And I try to tell them through all kinds of different little signs. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And as I said, if you don't have literal kids, although I am getting that for most of you, like this is like your inner children that are still playful and mentally connected with each other. But it was just too, like, there's no coincidence here. Like 10 of Cups is about family, and then you have the couple here, and then like the two pages, Prince and Princess, like the two younger energies of the same suit. I mean, come on, there was just no way. Yeah, I feel like this is a very personalized message. This is not a message that like 1,000 people will watch. I mean, generally in my account until now, I don't know, maybe you're watching a couple years now, it's really big, but until now it hasn't had that many views. But even if it was, it's like this video is not for too many people, because it's a very specific, personalized message, because it's like 1 or 2 people, or maybe more, but you know, it's like specific people really need this message. And if this message is yours, you're gonna be like, oh my god, how do you know this about my life? Everything is on point. Let me know in the comments if that's you and you feel that way. And if you know who this person is, who's kind of coming through, who has passed. Yeah, okay. I want to pull another card from this deck, like one more. Oh my god. No way. 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. There's no freaking way. Yeah, okay. This is like someone... This person was like your soulmate. Your everything. Yeah, you're still connected psychically. The Lovers at the top. Oh my gosh. Yeah, spiritual family, soul family, all that kind of stuff. Soulmate maybe even. And you were like, this is my person. We're getting married for the rest of our lives. Spending our lives together, and then something happened that took them away from you, or something like that. I am getting passing away for most. I'm also getting now like get some kind of accident, and then they're like disabled, but like mentally disabled in a way that they're not able to be present in the way that they used to be, so they almost feels like their spirit has gone. Yeah, so it's like you could have had it all with this person. And this is why here it's kind of like in the dream realm, in the clouds and everything. You were planning on to, but then it's like something happened where that was blocked. But it's like, even if that never happened in the physical, it happened in our hearts. It's happening right now in our hearts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I almost want to do like a freaking channeled reading here. No, not with this deck. Yeah, no. What do I do now? I'm not sure. Okay, weird. Oh, okay. I think this person could come through publicly. Because I do channeled messages as well, and I have done it from like people who have passed away and have come through and kind of speak first person as if I'm them and receive a message from them. And I kind of felt like, oh, should I do that? Because I feel like their energy is really close, and we've already said like a bunch of things they want to tell you, and oh my god, look at that. Were they a fire sign? Because King of Wands both times. I had seen that earlier. Aries, Leo, Sag. Something about them was fiery, passionate, leader, independent, strong, assertive. But yeah, I was like, maybe I could channel them, but then I felt, yeah, look at that, Ace of Swords in reverse. But then I felt no, and I heard like, I don't want to come through in public like that. like maybe privately, and okay, that might sound a bit weird or a bit shitty, but like I'm genuinely listening to what I'm feeling intuitively. But I sell channeled messages, private readings. So if you're interested in that, like we could potentially, because I think this person wants to come through. If you feel like this reading is for you, and you want to hear more, you don't, you know, you can connect to this person psychically, like without me. But like I can help, of course, because I have like developed those skills. But like if you want to get a longer message from this person, they could, I think they would feel more comfortable coming through on like a one-on-one private thing than on like just a YouTube video where there could be a couple of people relating to this situation in different ways. So I just, yeah, I said it might sound shitty because I don't want to be like, oh, this person has passed away, but like I'm only going to tell you if you pay me, because it's really not about that, okay? It's really not. And if you book, obviously it's because you feel comfortable doing so, but yeah, like I have done channel messages before, like publicly on my channel even, or on my Instagram, but this person's like, no, I want to talk to you and only you. Yeah. Or if you do tarot, or if you've been trying, that was too much, sorry, to, I feel like that was confirmation, because I said like this person wants to talk to you, only you, and that was like, bam. If like you're developing your psychic skills, or you do tarot, you can try communicating with them, because I think they're open to that, and they're kind of close right now. But yeah, they still didn't want to just fully come through. Okay. I think this is an archetype deck. I think I want to pull like their advice for you right now. I think there's some things you're pondering upon, wondering about, you feel like you have to make a decision, you're not sure, and you kind of feel like, oh, I wish I could ask them for advice about this, or get their perspective on what I should do right now, or what they would do right now. We're gonna ask that. Okay, we're gonna get this advice from them. Okay, Spirit, or this person, I don't know their name, unfortunately. Okay. Special person of Gemini's here. What do you want them to know? What advice? Oh my god, that was so funny. I put it back in the deck, but we have Don Juan, and underneath was the Virgin card. Quite a contrast. What advice do you have for them about stuff that they're pondering over and over and over again at this time? What do you need to know? What would be your guidance? What would be your stance on all of this? What do you think they need to do? Okay. Then I'm going to take the one at the bottom. Yeah, I saw this. We have Scribe. And because... Okay, wait, I'm just going to read the entire card and then we're going to get into it. So the light attributes of the Scribe are preserving knowledge and information. So if you've been wondering, this seems so silly because it seems so small, but if you've been wondering, should I do a backup of this computer, or of those things, or should I keep their old whatever it is, like they're saying, yes, I think you should preserve this knowledge and information. Even if it's not for you, it could be useful to someone else, or it's important to kind of build your own family archives. Shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' works. There's something about, like, especially if you have kids together, like, you don't, oh my gosh, father, yeah, I swear, I keep feeling like this is a father who has passed away and had kids with you and you're a woman. I think like that's like the dominant energy, but I never want to be too specific or gender stuff, but I kept feeling that, father, yeah. With the shadow attribute of the Scribe, I think they're saying, like, if you're telling our kids, or just kids in general, like, that you have around you about, like, my past or who I was, you don't have to, like, glamorize stuff. Even if you're talking, like, you can tell them about times I've messed up. You can tell them about my flaws. Like, that's all right. I don't need to be some kind of angel. I need to be human to them. And I'm not ashamed of what I did or who I was anymore, because now I've, like, ascended beyond the human ego. We have Don Juan. Spotlights your positive seductive qualities. And shadow attributes are using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Yeah, I don't feel like that's relevant. I think they're saying here, and I think that was also the thing about where I was saying, like, maybe it's time to start dressing up in colors again and dressing up fun. They're saying, like, doll yourself up again. Even if it's not for a man or for a woman or for someone else or because you're going on a date, like, do it for yourself. I loved when you do that. And you looked so hot, you looked so beautiful. And you also felt so good when you did that. Like, do it for yourself. Take care of yourself in that way. Splurge in some makeup or some hairdresser stuff or whatever it is, right? Splurge into some beauty stuff that you're like, no, we don't need that right now. They're like, yeah, do it. I want to see it. I'm gonna I'm gonna be your cheerleader from above. You know? Yeah. And then last but not least, we have visionary. And the light attributes are capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And then the shadow attributes are selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. They're saying don't compromise your values. Don't compromise your principles, even if no one understands them. I feel like you have a certain vision for society, or maybe it's the field that you work in. You feel like you can see what the problems are and how to make them better. And you're such a visionary in that way, and they're like, you're right. You're so smart. Like, keep going with this. Don't compromise it. Don't give up on it. Don't be complacent about it. Like, go work on this because you're passionate about this and you believe in it. Don't let other people's doubts dishearten you because you have a vision and you have such a unique mind. And that's such a beautiful thing about you. Yeah. Okay, Gemini. I think I'm going to stop here. And I know I said before, my readings, if you've ever been on my channel before, if you've seen it until now in this series, almost every single sign was almost exactly the same time or very close, and this is much shorter. But there's a lot of information that came through, and I, like, however long or short the readings always are, it's just what needs to come through. So this is what you needed. This is what the universe wanted you to know. This, universe wanted you to connect with this person, and they had things to say to you. So I hope this was insightful. I hope that this was comforting. It really felt like it was. Tell me more about your story if you'd like. If you're not comfortable doing it in the comments, you can email me. There's my email in the description box. If you'd like to book a channel reading from this person or someone else, you can do that at the link down below. I also do tarot readings. I also do astrology readings. I also do life coaching. You can get more information on all of that and book all of that at the links down below. You can also tip me monetarily if you'd like, donate to the channel. There's a link for that down below as well. You can follow me on Instagram. Do keep up with me and get more content. You can just let me know you liked the video by liking the video and subscribing if you like my style and if you'd like to see more from me. But I love you so much, Gemini, and this person definitely does as well. And I'm wishing you great luck. You can do this, whatever it is that you dream of doing. You can do this. You're strong enough. You are good enough. And I wish you the best. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Take care.